warm welcome. You've joined us live on ITV Sport from the Marshall Arena, Milton Keynes, and this is the semi-final stages of the Ladbrokes Masters. It's all brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the millions of viewers joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome a former Masters finalist and the winner of 8 PDC titles. Time to meet the King, Mervyn King! Ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the world #1, the two-time back-to-back Grand Slam champion, the reigning World Cup champion, and the newly crowned champion of the world, the Iceman, Gerwyn.
King applauding the new world #1 and new world champion onto the stage. But will the Iceman bow down to the King in the first of this evening's Masters semi-finals? It's the best of 21 legs throughout this evening's session. So to call on our first semi-final are Alan Warren-a-Little and Stuart Pike.
And Mervyn looks relaxed, doesn't he? Not often see him smiling on the stage. But he will be focused, concentrated, believing that tonight is the night that he finally wins a big PDC TV event. We shall see. Gerwyn Price will have something to say about that. He has been absolutely outstanding thus far against Cullen and against Lewis, averaging 105 in both, and just too good in both. Should be good. First to 11. Best of 21 in the semi-finals and the final. And are we going to see the #1 seed go through to the final? King, of course, losing in the Masters back in 2014, famously to James Wade.
Game on.
Price on his 4th Masters appearance, looking to reach the final for the first time.
Well, there's no doubt whatsoever, Stuart. The 4 players are in these 2 semi-finals in exceptional form, as we saw this afternoon. As you said, both players averaging over 100 in the tournament.
63.
Important phase, Stuart. Certainly the early stage, we've seen it so often, hasn't we? We don't want to be too far behind. We've seen on 2 or 3 occasions where a player's been 5-0 down and almost out of the match before they've begun their scoring style.
Well, that's what happened with Nathan Aspinall against Mervyn King and with Adrian Lewis against Gerwyn Price.
134.
But just consistently good. King 101.97 against Durrant, 101.64 against Cross, 101.76 against Aspinall.
49.
But his last competitive defeat came against Gerwyn Price, of course, emphatically in the last 16 of the World Championship.
121.
Price sweeping aside the challenge of King by 4 sets to 1.
Yes, I know it's early days, but 67 average, Merv. Need to improve
60.
that one. Down to 65 on throw in the first leg of this semi-final, where he's been out of the blocks. in all 3 of his matches so far.
I'd love a 65 average. But yeah, he will improve. Of that there's no doubt. But Price has got an early opportunity here to break through. You would think single 3 for tops. He was 6 out of 8 on tops in this quarter-final. He's 1 out of 1 so far.
Second leg, Gerwyn to throw first. Game on.
Haven't taken him long. The thing that's really impressed me with Price over this weekend, Alan, is just the composure, yes, and he looks relaxed.
96.
But he looks like, however well he's playing, and he's played really well, but there's so much more in case he's needed it. You know, I think I used the phrase in his quarter-final, just really hasn't got out of 3rd gear, because he hasn't had to.
No, that's right. He did say, didn't he, after the first game, that he felt a bit nervous, but it didn't show it on stage. He still played with a lot of quality, didn't pressurise himself, scored very heavy, didn't miss too many doubles, and was a good winner in the end. And said that he had plenty more in the tank.
59.
Merv's first Masters appearance for 6 years, of course, helped by the fact that the field has been expanded from 16 to 24.
100.
Does that work for you?
You require 167.
I don't think there's any doubt, is there? And you think that 2 of those players have got this far.
That's the 2nd time, Alan. He's hit treble 3, treble 3. We'll come back to that point about expanding the Masters field, 63. But I'm with you. I thought that for me the jury was out, to be honest. I wasn't too sure about it, but I think it's quite rightly here to stay. I wouldn't like to see it expanded anymore.
96. Get a win, you require 104.
Always goes the 16 route. Top to the first dart in the first leg.
He's on the second leg.
Exactly the same in the second.
Third leg, Mervyn to throw first. Game on.
But yeah, I mean, I think the jury's always out, isn't there? When
70.
When the change is made, it's like when they decided that the Players' Championship would go from 32 to 64. That's that worked really, really well. I don't think it should go any further than 64, but
34.
That's why it works. But I think 24 here works as well. I wasn't too sure, but I am now.
Well, when you look at the players, the quality of the players from 17 to 24, you know, there's no argument, is there?
No.
Quality there. Adrian Lewis, 24th. Maybe got his career back online, if that's the word to use. Played really well. Gave him the opportunity.
83.
I think 24's here to stay.
Well,
good chance here for Merv to get first leg on board. He threw first in this leg, so should leave something decent.
140.
Big frustration for Price from 233 not to leave a finish. He's going to leave a finish now. It's putting a bit of pressure on Merv to take this out.
162.
A lot of pressure on Merv to take this out.
And that's exactly what he did in that World Championship encounter, because Merv did miss a few opportunities, but he hasn't done on this occasion. Gets his first leg on the board. 3 darts at tops in the match, all 3 hit.
55.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Price against King at the Ali Pali. Mervyn had looked good as he had in the
89
in the previous tournaments leading up to the World Championship, but he was just not in the Price class really. Same
96
bracket as Price at the World Championship. And he's got a chance here again. 2 down.
58.
Just not putting in the big scores on a regular basis. That's the slight problem at the moment.
96.
Two 140s only, and we're in the fourth leg, so he needs to improve there, which he is doing. Could fill it in. Has filled it in. That's his first max. Could be another.
138.
Better from King.
134.
Starting
Get
to
a win
score.
116.
You know what he needs.
There's
the roar. That'll frustrate Mervyn King. It does frustrate Mervyn King. Was that a little smirk on the face of King there? But what a shot. A second ton plus finish. 3 out of 3 for Price. All on tops.
96.
Yes, tops is the favourite at the moment for both players. King looked like he had a really
96.
realistic chance there of taking the leg. Good set-up shot, only to see or hear the roar from Price.
100.
Yeah, we know Merv isn't a fan of shouting and celebrating on stage.
55.
Really? Yeah, really.
One
180s in consecutive legs.
40. Mervyn, you require 125.
Yes, good start from both players. Certainly a little bit slower from King. The first two legs didn't get any scoring going, but he's certainly got it going now.
105.
Yeah, we're talking about the early stages of him averaging 65, now over 100.
39. Mervyn, you require 20.
He's picked it up. Not seen one dart missed to the double yet.
He's on a
And that record continues. 5 darts thrown at double, 5 hits, 3-2. Price with the advantage because he broke throw in the opening leg, building up to be a cracker. One breaker throw, Price with the advantage. 2 ton plus finishes, but Merv has started to produce the darts that have seen him reach this stage in the event. But 5 out of 5 on the doubles between them.
6 flag, get a win to throw
Yes,
first.
it took Mervyn a couple of legs
Game.
to get going. Price was straight in. But since then, it's been pretty even in terms of scoring and finishing.
100.
Will the rest of the match see what unfolds.
One thing will possibly disappoint Price is his first dart, which has been so accurate,
139.
certainly over this weekend. First dart into the treble, and so far here it's just been going awry a little.
125.
Certainly signs that King is now in the groove.
Yes, I totally agree, Stu. So it could be one of those games where
134.
doubles missed or opportunities missed. As we say, 5 out of 5 on the doubles so far.
134.
Good return from both players. 4 of them in double top, 1 of them in double 10.
King has the range on the treble 20 and some.
135. Get a win, you require 142.
No, he can't, can he?
122.
Just falling short.
Mervyn, you require 93.
Well, he fancied it, didn't he? And almost expected to hit it.
Well, King will be disappointed that he
61.
didn't get a shot then. Messed up with the dart at the
Gerwyn, you require
ball
20.
or the 25. Is it Price's turn to mess up?
10.
It is.
Mervyn, you require 32.
An unexpected chance then for King to level it.
We were just building them both up, weren't we? 5 out of 5 on the doubles.
No
Mervyn
score.
misses 3 as well. Well, fancy that.
Gerwyn, you require 10.
Well, unexpected chance for King, and another unexpected chance here for the world champion. And he's blown it as well. He's missed
score.
6 darts.
Mervyn, you require 32.
King has missed 3. He's not going to miss any more, surely.
He's on the 6th leg, Mervyn King.
The missed chances, as you say,
7th leg,
could be
Mervyn
important.
to throw first.
Well,
Game
whoever was going to win that leg, it would have been a steal whichever way it went, because both players had numerous throws at the double there.
140.
again, the disappointing first dart from Price. And making up for it again on treble 19.
Wasn't happy with that second dart there, was he? Bit of a growl.
There we go. That's exactly what he says. When the first dart goes in the right place, the other two follow.
$92.
Oh, leaves the finish. But with that maximum, Price has put himself in prime position.
134.
Maximum followed by 134.
Yeah. It preceded by 134 as well, wasn't it?
$33. Get a win, you require 53.
Well, to hit straight back with a break of throw.
He's on the
That's what
7th
he's done.
leg. Get a win.
7 legs, 3 breaks of throw. That'd be a big disappointment, that, for Mervyn King, after pitching the 6th leg. Unable to follow through.
100.
And that's what happens when you play a player of quality and you let them off. They destroy you.
43.
Always seem to take advantage.
$97.
Certainly starting to find that first dart, Stu, as you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. The last leg in a bit.
That spells trouble for your opponent.
Yeah, I mean,
100.
credit to Price that his treble 19 shooting has been excellent as well, and he's going to have to surely switch again here. Yeah,
54.
disappointed with that, but he has left a finish. Better from Mervyn.
Well, even a match won't leave a finish, but it'll leave himself
123. Get a win, you
in a better
require
position.
170. $60.
Still a chance. for
outside
King.
chance, maybe.
Yeah.
Has to go bullseye now. Oh, get at least a 25. Well, he won't be happy with that
Get a
dart
win, you
bouncing out of
require
the board.
110.
Double 18.
He's
For a
on the
third
flag.
ton
Get a win
plus
for
finish.
High flag Mervyn to throw first.
104,
Game.
116, 110.
$100.
Merv getting a little frustrated.
Yeah, it's just a couple of things gone away from him in this match, and he's just frustrated with himself a little bit.
100.
Got himself back to 3-3. That strains leg, and both players had numerous darts at the double. And his game just seems to have just drifted a little bit. So
60.
really important that he can hold here.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to lose this one because there would be potentially a 7-3 down at the break. I know that's still a lot to happen in those two legs, but
90.
drifted too far to the left there.
Yeah, he's a bit angsty with himself, isn't he?
96.
Still in control of the leg, though. $123.
It's a good visit that, but that 3 with the last dart just makes it a little bit more difficult, and then all of a sudden your opponent puts the pressure on and leaves himself a 3-dart finish, and he's already taken out 3 ton plus finishes. So he needs to take this out, Mervyn. Oh, that's wonderful darts from the King. He needed it. And he supplied us with it as well. Be a little bit
dropping
happier.
short. Yeah, dropping short.
93.
Gerwyn Price on the treble 20. 99 average, the world champion. 97 average, Mervyn King.
100.
Finding it easy when that first dart hits the mark.
134.
Oh, decent response, but still chasing the leg. Very much so.
140.
Price leaving 88. Same.
I was going to say 2 treble minimum, and he hits the 5 with the first one.
45. Get a win, you require 88.
Can he match what King did in the last leg? He was going a different way.
48.
Possibly the reason he went that way is because his opponent was on 2-2-2.
2-2-1 now.
81. Get a win, you require 40.
Emphatic in the end from Gerwyn Price, and it's a good game building up to be a cracking semi-final. First to 11, and Price with the advantage by 6 legs to 4. Hours or so will know who is the Masters champion of 2021. The world champion here, Gerwyn Price, the world number 1, the world number 1 seed here, 6-4 up against Mervyn King. Just needs to be a bit more consistent, doesn't he?
I think he has to look at this session here and put a real effort in holding throw on all 3
60
of the legs where he throws first, and then see where that takes him going into the last session.
93.
Little doubt he's getting frustrated.
I think both players are a little bit, because they're not playing at their best.
85.
We've seen some fabulous darts last night and certainly this afternoon. Both players are outstanding in their wins, and yes, we've seen bits of that in this semi-final, but certainly not to that level as of yet anyway.
$121.
A few times Price has done that where he's been astray with the first but still recovered with 2 trebles.
That's what Merv needs to do.
There you go. Exactly the same shot.
121. 40.
Well, that's, yeah, he is frustrated because that was in the 50 and out.
112.
That means he hasn't left a finish. It was in the red bit and it was on the floor. Could all be academic. 112 from King.
Mervyn King. Gerwyn to Roy first.
Nicely done.
60.
Can he take it on to the next few legs in this session? Certainly important that he doesn't let Gerwyn Price get too far ahead. We've seen what Price can do when he gets on that roller coaster, winning leg by leg.
100.
One thing I have noticed with Price is that he maybe just a second too quick to the hockey. If you notice that he's already throwing the dart
99.
before Merv has actually gone past. Have a look. There we go. King hasn't even gone past him. But then again,
190.
5 maximums for the world champ.
Gonna have to move to the 18s with the last one. Yeah, it's a treble.
Get a win you record.
So good visit.
Mervyn, you require
The last one, well, even a 20 would have left him a decent finish. 135's still doable though. Merv needs the ball.
80. Get a win you require 135.
Triple. He leads. Double.
110.
So a chance to make it 6 apiece.
48.
Poor leg from Price. We got level at 3 all. Is it going to be 6 all?
16. Get a win you require 25.
Can't miss those.
Way
19.
Way off with both of
Mervyn, you
them.
require 32.
Well, I have to say, I didn't expect either one of those. Certainly not the distance they were away.
He's on the top leg, Mervyn King.
After the way they started on the doubles.
To throw first. Game on.
Well, it's now 12 out of 29.
Yep.
Some of those have been crucial, and it's been one of those where one player's missed, the other one as well.
55.
Maximums in 3 out of the last 4 legs, 6 in all now. Merv, it seems, just can't get his nose in front.
95.
He's levelled at 3 apiece, he's levelled at 6 apiece.
Yes, and if you lose your throw, you're going to the next leg disappointed, and then you're chasing the leg again. So you're making a lot of work for yourself. Playing mind games. Lots of mind games in darts, as we know.
140.
It's better.
$134.
A ton, an absolute minimum.
He just had a quick look at the score there, didn't he? Minimum of 20 with the last one.
41.
Still leaves a finish, but certainly not what was required.
$57. Mervyn, you require 107.
Both players, as you say, are getting a touch frustrated with what's happening.
Yeah, there's been certainly a lot of quality. 8 maximums, quite a few tumpless finishes.
Get a win you require 72.
In between that, there's been quite a few mistakes from both players, it has to be said.
52. Mervyn, you require 100.
This for a save, but it's also for the lead for the very first time in this semi-final. Here we go. There it goes. 3 legs on the spin.
With his leg Gerwyn to Roper. $60.
And now King is really buoyed up, isn't he? Opportunity missed for Price. 5-ton plus finishes
24.
in the 13 legs so far. Price has missed darts to win both the last 2 legs. Mervyn's taken them.
It's almost one of those games hard to call because neither player is comfortable. Even when they do take a leg, it's sometimes a nicked leg maybe.
60.
Just not playing like at the level they have done throughout the tournament so far. Okay, yes, it's a semi-final. What to play for here?
140. $140.
Better from King.
Peter Wright against Johnny Clayton still to come.
59.
Of course, Wright, the defending Masters champion.
$100. Gerwyn, you require 142.
Missed tops earlier. Because it started with the 217s, but his cover on the 19s has been pretty good.
$85.
3 legs on the bounce for Mervyn King since the break. Here comes the pressure.
99. Gerwyn, you require 57.
Need to restore a bit of confidence on tops, doesn't he? These missed doubles are proving very,
78.
very costly. Could have won the last 3, could end up losing. 4 on the spin here.
Well, it's the old saying, they're only costly if your opponent hits
38.
the double, which he hasn't.
Gerwyn, you require 10. $5.
Well, only got himself
Mervyn,
to
you
blame.
require 40.
Mervyn isn't complaining. For a 2-leg advantage. Good marker. Big dart coming up.
20.
Well,
Gerwyn, you require
one of those
5.
legs, isn't it?
When you're ready, boys.
And Price nicks it. What an opportunity that was for Mervyn King. He's got every right to be frustrated because Gerwyn Price presented him with every possible opportunity.
Well, let's look back at that, Stuart, in
140.
3 or 4 legs and see what impact it may or may not have had.
134. $45.
Now an opportunity again for Gerwyn Price heading into the break. And again you see he's throwing the dart before Merv's past him.
140.
But he'll settle for that. Yeah, been very edgy and nervy, hasn't it, this last little session, as you can see. Both averaging in the low 80s.
123. $91.
Important last start from Gerwyn Price. King looks like leaving this handy.
83.
Just those little slips, though, cost you on your next visit. Instead of having a dart at the double, or you've got to do something a little bit different.
56.
Mervyn, you require one dart at the double, which on this occasion,
I'm not sure about
if it's a treble.
Going for 136 that way for Gerwyn Price. I'm really not. But double 16 for King to go ahead again, 94. And he wires it.
Get a win, you require 80.
Simple equation here for Price. One dart is going to be a target he's not been hitting with regularity in this semi-final.
40.
Missed it again.
Requires 16.
King goes ahead. A 4-1 session for Mervyn King. Both have their opportunities. Could easily have been the other way round. It's Mervyn at the moment is looking good at 8-7. At 4 out of 9. Very, very costly for Gerwyn Price. Because Mervyn King came back to nail the double 8. And he was trailing 3-1, he was trailing 6-4, he now leads 8-7. Still to come, of course, the defending Masters champion, Peter Wright. And he will be up against the Welshman, Johnny Clayton. Are we going to see an all-Welsh final? If we are, Price has got some work to do here. And then Clayton will have to upset the odds against the informed Peter Wright. 7 180s to 2 from King. But the important stat is King leading by 1.
100.
It's been a strange game in so many ways. Almost not expected when we saw the standard this afternoon. But Price has come out of the blocks in this session. He's made quite a few mistakes, as have both players. At the moment, perfection in this leg.
100. Get a win, you require 141.
See how he gets on. Still on a possible 10 darter. It's all about winning the leg, and I think for Price, encouraging that he's come out of the break looking in much better nick.
140. Get a win, you require 36. He's on the 16th leg.
8 all, 11 darter in the end.
17th leg, Mervyn to throw first.
King with the advantage of throwing first if we go the distance.
You just feel there's going to be too much happening in between there, don't you? You know, we do call that quite often about the player throwing first. And as we've seen in the match so far, so much can happen.
85.
He picks his moments to perfection. But hang on.
140.
11 in the game. Good darts again from King.
Great last one because it looked blocked. That's why he went for the 18s with a second
96.
one.
Mervyn, you require 130.
He's got options here. With Price not on a finish. Should go for big 18.
98.
But he's been a little bit dubious on the double 16, Stuart.
$100.
3 out of 9 on double 16. 32. This is the moment to put that right. There he does.
That's better, you have to say, from both players in the last 2 legs.
140.
It's Price now playing catch-up.
$96. 140.
Well, there's no doubt whatsoever, Stuart. Price has certainly got his scoring back. Scored generally well before
58.
the start of this last session, but there was a lot of bits in between where, as you said, he was missing the first dart in the treble 20, falling low.
140.
140, 140, 140 in this leg. He needs to produce something like that on the king throw.
60. Get a win you require 81. $75.
Not the first time that he's been way off on the double 12 and the double 6. Doesn't want to start mucking around here.
Yeah, it just plays with your mind a little bit, because you know you should be moving on to the next leg, and all of a sudden you think, well, I've got plenty of time, and your opponent is over your shoulder.
Aggressively went for it, 9 apiece. It's best of 3 for a place in the Masters final. Needed the last one.
Yeah, great last out there, especially with the second one dipping a good inch below.
105.
Psychological dart there, just to put him ahead.
Yep.
$100.
Not enough, Gerwyn Price.
96.
Rescued by the last one, though.
Still one in front. That's his game. That's in his plan. This is Mervyn's plan. The maximum plan. Number 4. This could be number 9. Number 9 it is.
121.
Brilliant from both. He needs the ball. Oh, what about that? 301 in 6 darts. Mr. King.
Well, this session has been terrific, Stuart. It really has. Got the finishes there. That's through the match, obviously. We've had 5 maximums in the last 4 legs.
140.
Managed to squeeze one in. Left side of the bed.
Great dart, that one. Just didn't look like there was any room. I thought he was going to switch at one point.
Well, Gerwyn Price won a lot of...
140.
He won a couple, didn't he? Certainly big last leg shootouts at the World Championship.
Brendan Dolan, Dal Gurney.
96.
I think, if memory serves me, do you have the darts in both? I'm not sure. Someone will correct me. I'm sure if I'm wrong.
Did Darrell have a dart at the bull? I'm not sure. Can't remember. I know they were close.
57. Get a win you require 167.
He's got to go for it. No, not this time, but he'll try and leave it handy, which he has. Great set-up darts there, but this is for the match. It's a big finish, but it's a big prize.
Well, Price has been
100.
astray on tops. Can't afford to be here. And he hasn't been. 13 darter, and it is a deciding leg between Mervyn King and Gerwyn Price to go through to the Masters final.
Game on.
It's all down to this leg.
100.
What a lovely last dart that was. Into a room there for Gerwyn. Can he fill it in? Oh, just a bit too much aggression with that last dart there.
The adrenaline was pumping, wasn't it?
Well, you can't blame him for that in this last leg. It's Been a terrific second session from both players, it has to be said.
140.
Mervyn with the advantage of throwing first. But that can change with big scores like this.
It's a wonderful maximum. That's his 10th. Mervyn will respond, I'm sure.
That's why he's world champion.
134.
What a great visit. If he'd not hit the treble there, he wouldn't have been on a finish.
100. Mervyn, you require 127.
Nerve ends are jangling. He's got a dart at the ball to win the match, and he does! 127 on the ball from Mervyn King to beat Gerwyn Price, 11-10 in a thriller. Well, that's as near to a celebration as you'll see from Mervyn King. He wins a thriller, 11-10.
Has succumbed to the king. New world champion and world #1 Gerwyn Price has been defeated for the first time since November. Mervyn King, the outsider, ranked number 20 in the world, beating Gezi by 11 legs to 10, finishing with a 127 on the bull, no less. And Mervyn will face either Johnny Clayton or defending champion Peter Wright a little bit later on. That semi-final coming right up. By the way, Mervyn also beat the world champion and world #1 here in the 2014 Masters semi-final. NVG on that occasion, losing to James Wade in the final in Edinburgh. We'll see whether he can go one better tonight, but 48% on his doubles tonight, 11 out of 23. But 10 maximums for Gezi Price, 99 average, but Mervyn is through. Let's hear from him now. He's with Ned.
Well, Merv, it's been serene progress to this point, but that was as tough a watch as it must have been almost to play. It was so tight between the pair of you. It looked like a tough game.
I wanted to walk off and let someone else play it. Things just weren't going according to plan. 1 minute I'm hitting the 16 lovely, and the next minute I can't find a single 20. It's really silly how the game goes at times. And you look at the game before. Treble 20s as big as a barn door, but that's sport. That's the way it goes.
And yet, in some senses, it's classic Merv, wasn't it? Because you just dug in. You didn't let it all go to pot. You thought, well, I'll get my chance eventually. And when you got your nose in front, that was the moment just to concentrate and hold your throw.
That's what I'm renowned for. I never give up. I've won a lot of games I should have lost, to be fair. And that was another one there. To be fair, Gerwyn should have put me to bed and been preparing for the final now. He missed a lot of chances, a lot of doubles, let me in, I took them. When I got my chance, I thought, if you miss this bullseye now, you're done.
Yep.
That's it, you're finished now. So, let's have it.
How much?
And I went in.
How much pressure did you feel on that 127?
Probably more than I've felt in a long while.
I bet.
To be fair. But the thing that helped me was hitting a 20 and not a treble, and able to say to George, 20? Yes, Merv, 20. So I knew it was, but there's just a little bit that you have to just slow it down, because if I'd have gone straight for the 57, I'd have probably missed. So just 1 or 2 milliseconds and just, yes, 20, bang, 57 went in, don't miss a bullseye. And that went in lovely.
And here you are, Merv, and you're through to the final. Another big opportunity beckons. Will you watch the next semi-final, or will you get straight back on the board and get to mind your own business?
I'm going to go and have a coffee now and chill out for 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, and then watch the last of the game, and then prepare for the final.
All the best. Good luck and well done.